Hey gang, Ronin here. Welcome on back to the Retrocade and the return of our one-day playthroughs. This is something I started when I first put this channel together, where I wanted to be able to come up with games that you could realistically play in 30 minutes to an hour. So these ones tend to be a little bit longer than my usual fare, but the premise is still the same of wanting to highlight a game that is challenging but also is relatively quick to beat. And for this week, we're going to take on what is still, nearly 40 years later, my favorite Super Mario game, but is also the red-headed stepchild in the series by a long way. We're going to play Super Mario Bros. 2 Mario Madness. Now, if you are not familiar with this game, and you're not familiar with the story behind it, allow me to enlighten you here for a moment as Luigi drops out of the sky. Let me put this on pause really quick. So, actually, I'll let it go. This game was conceived of in 1988 and released in North America because when Shigeru Miyamoto created the original Super Mario Bros. Back in 1985, they did a sequel the year after called Super Mario Bros. 2. But when it was released in Japan, it was for what they called their mature market. So they thought that this game was gonna be too difficult, and I'm not making this up, for American gamers to play. So, what they ended up doing, rather than releasing that game in the US, is they took another game called Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic and imported sprites to make the main characters look like Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach. And lo, we have this version of Super Mario Bros. 2. So everything that we knew about that was in the original game is gone. There are no Koopas in this game. There's no Bowser in this game. There's nothing of the sort. But I can't tell you, when it came out, I was 11 years old, and I was utterly enthralled with this game far more than I was with the original Super Mario Bros., which I'm not ashamed to admit, even though it's been nearly 40 years, I've never beaten it. I have never beaten the original Super Mario Bros. But this game, I own it. I can still, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do over the next half hour to 45 minutes, is show that it can be beaten in about an hour, and that it will put to bed the record, or for the record, that I am still capable, even in my elder statesman age of being a gamer, that this game hasn't got the best of me yet. So, as you can see, it is pretty straightforward as far as the presentation goes. It's not much different than what we knew and loved in the classic Mario Brothers games, in that it's a side-scroller, it's 2D, you have your jump button, and then the thing about each character is they have a specific thing that sets them apart from the other ones. And for Luigi, and he's definitely my go-to guy in this game, because he can jump. He can jump the highest, and because of that, he's always been my guy to play in this game. Now, these coins I'm picking up will come in handy once I get through this level. Now, there's a lot of things in this game that are not familiar to most Mario gamers. Again, because it's a reinvention of a game that has nothing to do with Mario whatsoever. You don't get fire flowers in this game. You get the mushrooms, but the mushrooms you have to find. I gotta go back out. As you go through the level, there are no question mark boxes. There's nothing like that. This is totally different, which, say what you will about why it is that Nintendo chose to do this in not importing the original Super Mario Bros. 2. For the record, they did. They just waited until the 16-bit era and put it in as part of Super Mario All-Stars. And they called it Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. So American audiences eventually got around to being able to play the original Mario Brothers, or Super Mario Bros. 2, I should say. It just took a lot longer. These bombs should not have to take so long. There we go, finally. So now I gotta go take on the sub-boss for this level, and his name is Birdo. And as you see, he spits eggs out, and that thing that's moving on his belly is a crystal ball. And I've got to get that crystal ball from him in order to beat the level. And all I gotta do is hit him with his own eggs 3 times. But one thing I really loved about this game was, even more so than the original Mario Brothers, was very much the cartoonish aspect of it. And I wonder if I can get this heart. Can I get it? No, it's right there on the wall. That is one bit of frustration for me. Now this is where the coins come in handy. Because you get this slot machine at the end of every level, and if you pick coins up, you can get extra lives if you do this right. So I'm not going to get one there, because you need 3 of a kind. And it's really easy to get close. Or if you get a cherry in the first square, that's really what you're aiming for. Because that guarantees you will get 1 life. So we'll take Luigi again, and now we'll go to 1, 2. Oh, I had him. Alright, you gotta fly low to get past these guys. Then come up. Now, the potions that you pull out of the ground to open to manifest those doors, they don't come around. Let me get my words right here. You can only do it once. And these pots that are sitting here, you can actually go down inside them and find different things. And in this one, I need to come down here because I need to get this key. But now I got a problem because that mask is going to start coming after me. But as soon as I drop the key, it goes away. But see, this door has a lock on it. If I don't have the key, I can't open the door. And getting the cherries is helpful. Whoop. Because that's the one thing that can summon a star, and that is one carryover from Super Mario Brothers. Alright, dude, you gotta go. Ah! I don't fell down the hole. I can't believe I did that. The controls for this game are not the greatest, I will admit. And it's really easy for enemies to repopulate. So you have to be careful in your approach to this. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna put the bomb here. Put a a bomb here. I will come down here and get that mushroom, and that fully replenishes your life, which is a very helpful feature. Get past the ninjits. Now, I'm going to come over here and get this bottle. I'm not going to worry about the star, but I can't get any more than 4 life marks, for lack of a better term. But the reason why I want to come here is, you see all these plants. Now I come through this door and I just start picking. And that will help once I get through the level. And I get back to being able to hopefully get more free lives. Now, like most Mario games, the early levels aren't that hard. They are challenging, yes, I will grant you. Especially being as old as it is, and that the controls can be unforgiving depending on what you're trying to do. Like, there will be times when you have to climb in this game, and using the D-pad can be really, really frustrating, because it's really hard to get your character to lock onto the ladder long enough to go where you want and not get hit. Man, I better get more than one. There we go. Alright, well, I'll get 1 free life out of this. Now, there are 7 levels in total in this game. You are only going to see me go through about 3.5. Now, if I remember right, I had to come back over here. Nope. The mushroom is in here. There is no guarantee where that when you find the bottle that the mushroom is going to be in that exact spot. Now, the nice thing about pulling these big turnips out of the ground is now I get the clock stopped. That's the one I want. And I thought it was going to be over here, and it wasn't. Okay, well, looks like I'm going to have to make do with just having 2 of them. So now you're going to see where the frustration comes in being able to climb up with things like the chain. But then having stuff like this is helpful, because now I can super jump onto here. I jump up here. Then do 1 quick jump. Do another quick jump. Come in here and get this key. And then once I get this... Whoop. Come on, Luigi. Once I get this key, it's going to be a race to the bottom. Because that Phantom is going to follow me all the way down. But the nice thing is I'm falling at a faster rate than he is. As long as he doesn't catch me, then I'm good. So now I'll come in here, open this door. And now I'm going to work my way through all this stuff. Whoop. Get this ball. Then go through the gate, and now we get to fight our first level boss. And this boss is named Mouser. And what he will do is he will sling bombs at us. And what we've got to do is we've got to catch one, put it back up here, and we just got to hit him 3 times. So we just got to pick him off. Ow. And just like that, he's done, and we have completed World 1. Now, as I'm going through this, Super Mario Bros. 2, as much as you may malign it, is still the 5th best-selling NES game of all time. So now we're in World 2, which is a desert world. And when it was released in 1988, it became the top-selling video game in the world for 14 months. It went from October 1988 through 1989. Well, that wasn't helpful. Is what I want right here. So pick up my mushroom and 3 coins. Now I gotta be careful when I come back out because that cobra, this snake here, is still gonna be in this pot, as opposed to the old pitcher plants that we remember from the original game. And the reviews of this game were actually really, really high. Its aggregate score in game rankings is still, to this day, 81%, which is impressive for a game this old. Ah! That was not what I wanted. Okay. So now we gotta start digging, and to dig, you just hit the B button like we were pulling plants out of the ground. And I gotta be careful because these guys will chase after me now that I've started digging a hole. And if they land on me with only 1 health spot left, I am dead. Come over here. Thank you. Now I can slide down here. And now we have to take on Birdo again. Now, Birdo will change from world to world. She still slings eggs at me, but there will be a point where she'll start spitting fireballs at me too. And if I get hit with a fireball, then I will take a hit. But for the moment, ooh, give me that heart. Thank you. Ah! I don't have to fight her again now that I have the ball, because the gate will open. Now, there used to be a trick to being able to get the cherries up front, but it's not as easy as it used to be. It's actually a lot easier on the 16-bit version for Super Mario All-Stars. It's where if you hit the A button once the dials start moving, you're almost guaranteed to get a cherry. Now you have to be careful here because there is quicksand, that's why that ground is moving. And these guys with the pitchforks who come flying in, they're called subcons. And they are the inhabitants of this world, predominantly. Ow. Give me the mushroom, thank you. Ow. Alright, now we can start moving. Ooh, now we gotta be really careful because this quick stand goes a lot faster. But we made it. Come down here, pick up our 1-up. And blow this wall out. Drop this, open the door, get, whoop, our next mushroom, so now we got all 4. And we will get the PAL block, which you may remember if you've ever played the original Mario Brothers. The PAL block was actually a part of that game that they carried over to this one. Poke! So this big rolling cactus, his name is Pokey. Because of course, what else would you name a big rolling cactus? Alright, get by these guys and scoot on down the vine. So now we're going to have to do more digging, but this one's a bit more complicated. Because we're going to have more enemies to deal with. But there is a trick that we can take advantage of when we get closer to the bottom. And what I want to do is I want to start going this way. I also want to get this star. Ow. So if I hadn't gotten the star, what I would have done is I would have led them over to the other side and put all those Shy Guys over there so they couldn't follow me. So now we've got this Birdo to deal with, and he is one who will spit fireballs. But since we have these 3 jars, and I've only got to hit him 3 times, I've already got the means by which I can take him out. And all I got to do is hop up here. Hit him with 1. Oh, he hit it. Alright, grab this last jar. Got him on the ricochet, but that counts. And on through we go. On the Super NES version of this, it is not uncommon, I have found, to build up close to 20 extra lives by the time you go the route that I'm going to take. Oh, come on, get up there. Again, going up the ladder is probably the most frustrating part of this game. Ow. Man, they're coming fast and furious. Okay, whew. Alright, so I'll drop this one here. Now, I know there's a mushroom in here. So, I'll go back to being Super Luigi, which is helpful. Ow. Man. It can be frustrating because there's such a swarm of these guys. Ah! I had a feeling that was going to happen. Okay. Let's get over here. Avoid the quicksand. Duck him. There we go. You get an extra long jump if you can hold the B button along with your A. There we go. Take the power block. Drop it down here. Get rid of that guy. Now you can't dig and hold an object at the same time. That is one mechanical quirk of this game. But it makes sense because it is the walk and chew bubblegum principle, I suppose. Now what I want to do is I want to be able to get as much distance as I can and build up enough of these cherries so I can again get an invincibility star. But now what I want to do is, because I stopped over here, these guys are all going to go down into that section of the sand, and now I don't have to worry about them chasing. But here's where the kicker is, because now I've got to come up, whoa, get this key, and now I've got to go back up through the sand with a Phanto chasing. Now again, as soon as you let the key go, he goes away. But he'll come back rather quickly, so it's worth it every couple of hops to ditch the key to buy yourself more time. And now that I'm here, I can just open the door. I should be able to get an invincibility star here at some point. There we go. I mainly want to take him out because he will sit there and spit fire at me every chance he can get. Really? Okay, so now we have to go fight the boss of this level, and his name is Triclyde, and he is a three-headed snake. The first thing I want to do is I want to put a couple of these jugs there, because his whole thing is he will spit fireballs at me all day long, but he can only do it from one angle. So as long as I have those jars here, those fireballs can't hit me. Throw another one. And I just gotta hit him one more time. And like that, Triclyde is done. And we're gonna get an extra guy out of it, which is always helpful. And we're only going to get one, but okay. So now we've gotten through the first two worlds. We're at 30 minutes. And now here's where the game takes a turn. Because we are now World 3, but we're going to come in here, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to step off this cliff. And you want to stick as close to the middle as humanly possible, because waiting for you at the bottom is this here with this door. Be careful because you can easily fall off. Come in here. And one of these is a bottle. And you do not throw it until you get to this jar. Put it here. Open the door. And go on down. And welcome to your first warp zone. There are various warp zones in this game. There's one that is in level 2 that I could have pointed out to you, but I didn't. Because this is the fastest way to get through the game that I have ever found. So now we've gone from level 3 to level 5. And we're only going to be here for a short amount of time. Because once we get to level 5-3, we will take another warp zone that will get us to... Ba-bomb! Whoop. That will get us to World 7 and the end of the game. So I want to come here. There won't be a mushroom here. But I want to get these 5 coins for the end of the level. Now, if you can do a running jump and time it right, you can get over here. But here's where it's going to get interesting, because you got to jump on the fish and get all the way over. That is not always easy. You got to time it just right. This one is even harder. And now we come up here, get the one up, drop the bottle, open the door, and the mushroom is right there. Now, rather than going back to the door, just wait. Because once the timer goes away in about 5 seconds, then you're back here. Ooh, that was close. One other thing I like about this game as opposed to the original Mario is that, now I did that for a reason. Now I'm hoping I picked the right one, opened the door, and I didn't, because there's the mushroom. That's okay, we've got 3. Now this Birdo will only spit fireballs. She will not spit eggs. Now I just need her to get away from the jar. There we go. Alright, now if I can do this fast enough... Well, thought I had it. But as I was saying, one of the things I do like about this game as opposed to the original Super Mario Bros. Is there is no timer. So you don't have to race through it. You can take your time and make sure you've got everything you need. Which, to a degree, was another reason why a lot of people didn't like this game. In a lot of the ways that people back in the 80s when the original Castlevania came out, when they released Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, people really didn't like that game either because it was much more of a role-playing game. I personally loved the original, or Simon's Quest. I like it more. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? I like it more than Castlevania and Castlevania 3. The only game that I like more, whoa, That's right. I gotta come down here and get this ball. Is Symphony of the Night. Now I gotta watch the hedgehogs. Come get the bottle. Bring it back up here. Now I want to put it right here. I managed to get a coin, so I'll take that. But more critically, I got that other... I got the mushroom. No! Ah! I was so sure I had jumped. Ow. Ow. Now what really stinks is that I can't go back over to getting that bottle and finding a replacement mushroom in here. It won't be there. Once it's gone, that's it. Come on. There we go. Another long distance jump. Ah! I dropped the bomb and it just kept walking. I thought I had thrown it clear. Okay. This one's proven to be a little bit more difficult than I was expecting. In my defense, it has been a fat minute since I played this game. Alright, come here. But yes, this was the game that introduced us to the bomb. And it is funny to see how much of this is actually carried over into Super Mario Bros. 3. Okay, now we gotta go up. Nope! See, and this is where it gets super annoying. And this is not specific to just Luigi. But all the characters in this game have a really hard time keeping their grip when it comes to stuff like this. There we go. Now, this is going to be the real kicker, because we've got to be able to drop down, and we've got to avoid all these spikes. And then head over this way, and don't... There we go. Ow. Dang it. Now we've hit him once. And it's anticipating when the fireball is going to come so you don't jump on it. Whoa! Okay, knock it off. Thank you. One more. And we get back to being Super Luigi. But we don't get any chances for more lives, but that's okay. Because now, all we gotta do is come up here and see that pot up top. Pull this, drop it here, and go on down, and we are now in World 7. And World 7 is the final one in the game. And there's only 2 sub-levels, so there's 7-1 and 7-2. And Wart, not Bowser, is waiting for us at the end of it. Ow. Whew. I got lucky there. Okay, come over here, grab the mushroom, so that will be helpful. Now, those vulture things are going to be raining bombs on us until we get out of this part of the level. And I want to put that there. And we come in here. And we want to go up. That's what we want right there. Open the door, get the mushroom, pull up 4 coins really fast. And then what we want to do, that'll be helpful, is stop the clock. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What we want to do is we got to get on the back of this guy, and we're going to fly this way. Now we're going to stay with him until we get all the way across this screen, but we have to be careful because there's going to be posts that we've got to be able to jump over and land back on top of him. If we fall, then that's it. And we want to come over here, drop between the pipes, pull this, and hey, we got a rocket ship. So now we gotta come up here. Ow. Jerk. And this part can get annoying because these guys will keep on coming. But if I can get this fast enough. Run, 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 run. That's exactly what I wanted happen. Okay, now, this part can get really annoying because you got to be able to get up these ladders and not get hit. And hope you have a high enough super jump that you can get to the ladder. There. Okay. So now that we've made it past that. Really? Come on, Luigi. Get your act together. Okay, now we want to go up this door. Grab this. Now, this Birdo is going to spit nothing but fireballs again. So just stand on its head. Still got you. Alright, so we have 7 extra guys with which to get us to the end of this game. Make that 8 extra guys. And we'll take good old Luigi. Knock them out. Get rid of him. Okay, now this final level is a bit of a maze, and it can get really disconcerting if you're not careful. But what we need to do is we need to get to the upper part first, because there are 2 mushrooms we gotta go get. So we'll head up this way, and now this, not here, but the next level up is where it can get very tricky. It depends, because there'll be different numbers of sparks sitting in here, but if you sit where the chains are, you can just scoot past them. But now what we gotta do is we gotta get to this chain up there. And now we gotta jump all the way off and go all the way over this way. And trust me, doing it this way will be a lot better. You won't die from going this far, but you also avoid getting hit by fireballs from that plant. Now you have 2 choices. There's one there and there's one there. What you want is you want to pick the one here. Set it next to the door. Don't set it in front of the door. Go get the mushroom. You don't have to worry about getting the coin because this is the last level. But now we have to, if you pull that other one, it's a bomb. So there's no point in grabbing it. So now you just climb up and come up here. Use him to get rid of that plant. And now you have free climbing all the way back up. Provided Luigi cooperates. I have to, it is funny in some ways what you realize you store in your long-term memory bank of how to get through this game. Again, having not played it in probably 10, 15 years, that the muscle memory is still there for me to remember where all this stuff is nice on the one, because it means that my old bean hasn't completely shorted out on me yet, but also it's one of those where I'm like, of many other things that I could have remembered in my life, that I still remember how to navigate a now nearly 40-year-old game. I think speaks to a level of geekdom that a good psychoanalyst or analyst would have a field day over. So now I could go up this way and go up that other chain, but there is genuinely no reason to do so. So now we just got to come back down. As you see, now there's only 1 spark here. And there's only 2 here. And come back down. Now we got to make sure we don't get hit by these fire plants. And there'll be another one here. Be another one here. Whoop! That's not what I wanted. There we go. Now we want to go down this chain. Now, the easiest way to do this is to just come over here, grab the pots on this side, and as the sparks make their way around, just throw it at them. Because it's a small enough space that you're guaranteed to pretty much nail it. This one you want to time it a little bit. duck, and then he will go away, and you don't have to worry about him again. Let this one go, and open the door. Now again, sticking to the idea of being between the chains, work our way through here, go in this door. Now we have the same option. One of them is a bottle, one of them is a bomb. The one on the left is the bottle. Whoop. Open it up. Now we are fully decked out for life. Don't need to worry about that other plant. Come back through here. Now watch it, because there'll be a spark there. And there'll be one there. Open this door. Now we got to do a bit of climbing again. This part can be frustrating, because the sparks will move between the gaps in the chain. And I could have gone and gotten that invincibility star, but I'm close enough to the end that I don't have to worry about it. But it can get very easy to get picked off in there if you're not careful. For it to go up. Okay, go on by and climb on up the chain. Now this part can also be frustrating because the treadmills are going in opposite ways. So if it's moving to the right, you're going to get pulled to the right. If it's going to the left, it means you're going to get pulled to the left. So you have to be patient in here. And if you need to, just keep walking near the wall, and that will help you get through it. Whoop! That's not what I wanted to do. That's really not what I wanted to do. Come on, Luigi, get up there. Now we have a Birdo waiting here, and this one will spit eggs, and it will spit fireballs. Now, we don't get anything special if we beat it, but because it guards the chain and it likes to sit, right in front of it. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to get to that heart. Okay, now, what we need to do is we need to get by these sparks. And you see this door is locked. What we need to do is we need to get the key for said lock, and it's in that door. And the easiest way is just once you are able to see it, just run. But now we got to beat this Birdo to get the key. And I inadvertently started climbing up the chain, which is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Whoop. Ah. Alright, one more. Nope, don't hit the fireball, please. Ow. Now get in the door and quickly through. Ah, crap. That's not what I wanted. Because now I gotta find a way to get the key, because I was hoping to be able to take both of them out and with it sitting right there, there was no way I wouldn't be able to do it. Ouch! It's a good thing this is the last level, because this is starting to get frustrating. Alright. Give me one more. Now we come through here, and now what we have to do is we actually have to fight the gate. So we pull this up, and you'll see it blink, and now the gate's gonna come at us. Ow. And I wanted to actually throw it, and instead, Luigi just dropped it. And just duck and weave, and then the gate will open, and in we go. And now we've finally reached the end, and we're close to an hour. And this is Wart. And how we beat Wart is we have to catch vegetables that are coming out of this machine in front of him, and we got to throw them at him while avoiding those bubbles. And we got to do it when his mouth is open. And I found the easiest way to do this is to... There we go. And we only have to hit him 3 times. But it's to sit back here because you've got a better chance of dodging the bubbles as they're coming at you by just jumping out of the way and then getting the veggies as they're coming out here. And we should only have to hit him 1 more time. And that's it. Or no, we have to hit him 6 times. That's right. I think it's either 4 or 6. Because he is the last one in the game. Alright, we got hit once, but that's okay. Now we got hit twice. That's not good. Come on. Spit one out at me here. Nope. Ah! Not what I wanted. Come on. Alright, I just need to get one out of here. Ah! I thought I had him. Fortunately, we don't have to start all over. But we were doing really well. You just can't afford to get greedy is the problem. Ah! And we already got hit once. There. We got him 1. That's 2. Okay, now we've hit him 3. Oh, I thought I had him. You gotta be a little patient. Whoop. It's 4. Get out of the way. 5. One more will do it. And it's not a good spot to be in either. Wrong way. Alright. Now I want the veggies coming my way. Nope. Come on. Alright, this one should be coming my way. No! Oh, are you kidding me? We had him down to one more hit. And I was just simply trying to get out of the way. Come on. Big cheap lizard, you. All right, that's one. Oh, he got it. It's a little late. And I was a little early. You just got to get the timing right. There we go. That's 2. Thought I had it. Was just a tad slow. That's 3. Whoop. That's 4. Okay, the middle one should be giving me something here. Nope. Ah! Come on. Come on. One more. And we're in good shape because we can take 2 more hits. Ah! Thought I had it. Come on. That's it. Well, that took a lot longer than I anticipated, but we have dispatched warts. We open the door. We pull the cork out of the jar. And the residents of Subcon are released. And with that, in a little over an hour, we have managed to beat Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, Is this a good game? Personally, I mean, I'm looking at it through a very nostalgic, biased lens. It's still the most accessible Super Mario game to me. It's still the game that I get the most fun out of playing and beating. Is it because it's not considered a canon game? Does that impact my thinking on it? No. But I think it's because we got Super Mario Bros. 2, this version of it, that we got Super Mario Bros. 3. And why Super Mario Bros. 3 still, even now, 35, nearly 40 years later, is still considered in the handful of the greatest Mario games ever made. Because I think Miyamoto and the powers that be at Nintendo did enough of a course correction based on what they put together with the original Super Mario Bros. 2, and realizing they had to take Doki Doki Panic and have this come out here to supplement what they thought was going to be the American audiences who could not handle what they had originally created. Now, I know people who've gone back and played the original Super Mario Bros. 2, and they really like it. And with what we've seen, especially with Mario Maker and later games that have come out now where they've tried to recreate that 2D feel with updated graphics and whatnot, there's a lot of stuff in those games that put the original Super Mario Bros. 2 to shame in terms of difficulty. So, you can't ignore the fact that I think Nintendo definitely learned their lesson from what they did with Super Mario Bros. 2. Is it a game that you could make today? Probably not. I mean, they still make Mario games as they are now, but they do them much more in the 64 model of being 3D, having a lot more bells and whistles to it. I think for what it was, they were capitalizing on the fact that Mario was such a colossal hit in the US that we were desperate to try and get it by any means necessary. So, if you've never played this game, give it a shot. Like I said, you can beat it in an hour. I beat it in an hour. I just demonstrated that. So, I would have beat it in a little bit less than an hour, but Wart was being a bit of a pain. So, but that's our one-day build for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in for WTF Wednesday, Sports Saturday, and Suckerpunch Sunday coming up later on in the week. I will have our new playthrough coming up down the line. I am, again, working out the quirks on it. It is one that is pretty labor-intensive, those playthroughs, so I got to pick time in my schedule between work and other life stuff to fit all that stuff in. So I do hope your patience will be rewarded, because it will be very much appreciated. Be sure to comment, or be sure to vote rather, on our poll question on the community page. Would you like to see me, ruddy old 40-something-year-old long-term gamer that I am, finally take the dive into the Soulsborne universe, specifically to challenge Dark Souls Remastered? I'm thinking of putting that together to celebrate our 200th episode put up on this channel. Yes, I know it's not a retro game, but there are a lot of retro things about the game that I think would be interesting. Plus, again, I've never played it. So, as a nice change of pace and something that is outside the usual fare, I'm willing to do that. So, please, go to the community page, cast your votes. The polls are still open, and I will take your input into consideration when I determine what we're going to do next. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Threads at Ronin's Retrocade. Help spread the word about us so we can reach our goal of 100 subscribers as soon as we can and unlock YouTube's customization algorithm. And as always, my name is Ronin. It's been great to spend this time with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming, and we will talk to you again for WTF Wednesday later this week. Bye.